Namaste to dear all my students and welcome to my channel. As you have Neet exam on 4th May, I hope that you are revising well. While you are revising, you may feel exhausted, tired, right? But during that time, if you want to wake up again, if you want to get start again, then definitely question answer will be a solution. If you feel tired and exhausted, then definitely you go for some random questions. So it will help you to regain your energy, to lift you up, and to get a very good revision from any chapter. Okay. So today I thought that I'll discuss some model questions for NEET 2025. So the questions will be picking from any chapter. So together we will discuss. I will discuss the concept as well as the revision part, and I hope you can enjoy the session. And let's discuss together. Okay. So I have taken some questions which is random and which is standard wise. It will be up to the standard of NEET. So it may from NCERT exemplar, it may from the previous year question, or it may be new form of questions, which is up to the standard of NEET. So let's discuss. Let's start today. So here, the first question. The first question you can see 151 number of question. It is the question which is statement type question, right? The statement 1 suggests that filtration slits are minute spaces between the podocytes of Bowman's capsules, right? So it is the chapter excretion, right? And statement 2 suggests that all the constituents of plasma except proteins can pass through filtration slits into the lumen of Bowman's capsule. We know that glomerulus will flow blood from its afferent arteriole, and it will pass the blood into the glomerulus, and it will throw the blood through the efferent arteriole, right? So there will be filtration in Bowman's capsule. Filtration means filtration of blood, right? So here, first statement suggests that there will be podocytes. What is podocytes? So if we draw the Bowman's capsules like this, the inner lining or inner epithelium is made up of podocytes, and the podocytes is closely associated with the arteriole of the glomerulus. So it is completely attached to the glomerulus, and this epithelium will have the special finger-like projections, and between the finger-like projection there will be a minute pore or slit. That slit will be called as filtration slit. So statement 1 is correct, right? So if we draw the arteriole, then the epithelium of Bowman's capsule is like this. So there will be filtration slit. So there will be finger-like projections, and the space here you can see, this space, minute space, will be called as filtration slit. So statement 1 is correct. Next, statement 2. We know that when there will be filtration, all the components will be filtrate except the proteins of plasma, right? So proteins will not pass through the membrane, filtration membrane. So this statement also is a correct statement. So the answer will be both statement 1 and statement 2 is correct, right? So it's a good revision of this part, means filtration slit and Bowman's capsule and the filtration, ultrafiltration. Coming to 152. When the semen is released by the penis into the vagina during copulation, then it is called. We know the definition of insemination. It is nothing but the release of semen by penis into the vagina. So the answer will be insemination, right? 153, question number. Next question. Enzymes have active sites and substrates have reactive sites on their surface respectively. We know that most of the enzymes are made up of proteins. Proteins will have primary structure, secondary structure and tertiary structure. This tertiary structure, which looks like a hollow non-woven balls, right? So this kind of ball-like structure, on their surface they have active sites. A groove will be there, and these active sites, in these active sites, substrate will fit into the active sites, right? So here this assertion is correct, means enzymes have active sites on their surface and substrate have reactive sites on their surface. So assertion is correct. Now come to the reason. Active and reactive sites push the enzyme and substrate molecules away from each other. We know that when there will be reaction of enzyme with a substrate, first there will be making of enzyme substrate complex, right? E plus S, ES. Then ES will produce free enzyme and product. How it will happen? First of all, this substrate will come and fit into the active sites. Then when it will fit into the active sites, it will come closer and then there will be change of the substrate to make the product, right? So here the reason suggests that the substrate molecules are going or will go away from each other. So this is not right. It will come closer to each other, right? So assertion is right, reason is false. So answer will be A is correct, number 2. A is correct, but R is not correct. Now coming to the next question, which is 154. Progestasert and LNG20. I hope that you can recall the intrauterine devices, right? There are 3 types of intrauterine devices. First of all, non-medicated, copper releasing and hormone releasing. What is the example of non-medicated IUD? The example is Lippis loop. For copper releasing, copper T, copper 7, multi-load 375. And for hormone releasing, the examples are progestasert and LNG, right? So here they are saying progestasert and LNG20 are hormone releasing IUDs, right? You know the answer. You have to just recall. So the answer will be hormone releasing IUDs, intrauterine devices. Coming to next one, which is 155. It is from human evolution. Now we know that human evolution during the gradual evolution of hominids, brain size will increase. So the question came from the cranial capacity or brain size, right? So here they have given for Homo habilis, Neanderthal man, Homo erectus, Homo sapiens. So brain size or cranial capacity is very, very important value to remember, right? But in this question, if you can't able to remember that question, then also you can give the answer. Then you will ask me why, how? How? Actually, you have to remember that throughout the gradual evolution, the brain capacity or the cranial capacity will increase, except for Cro-Magnon man. We know that for Homo sapiens sapiens, means for modern man, the cranial capacity is 1450, right? But for Cro-Magnon man, it is 1650. So there is a regression from Cro-Magnon man to Homo sapiens sapiens or modern man. But here, if we see that the first hominid which will come, here it is Homo habilis. So which one is the smallest value? 650 to 800. So first answer, so first will be Homo habilis, it is A3. Coming to next one, which is Homo erectus, right? After Homo habilis, Homo erectus. So Homo erectus, here the value is 900 after that, right? So here C is 1. Coming to then Neanderthal man. Neanderthal man will have 1350 of cranial capacity. Means B will be 2. So the correct answer will be number 2. So sometimes what happened, you know the answer but you forget the value. So based on your theory, but based on what you can remember, you try to figure out the answer, try to give the answer, try to anticipate the answer. Okay, not that you have to remember the exact value, but I am again saying that these values are extremely important, you have to remember. Okay, 156. The ciliated columnar epithelial cells in humans occurring. What is the function of cilia? By the beating movement of cilia, there will be transfer or transport of substances, right? So here, if you recall that in bronchioles, if there is any dust particle or excess mucus is there, by the beating of cilia, it will come out. So bronchioles will be the answer. And fallopian tubes. By the beating of cilia, the ovum will be transferred from the fimbriae or it will be into the fallopian duct, right? Fallopian tube. So here the answer will be bronchioles and fallopian tubes. Coming to 157, column matching. Now we know that mons pubis, it will come in female external genitalia, right? Coming to clitoris, clitoris will also come into the female external genitalia, right? But mons pubis, actually, it is here, clitoris is a finger-like structure, right? Where it is present at the junction of labia minora, at the junction or upper junction of labia minora. Mons pubis is the fatty cushion-like structure having pubic hair, right? So it will both will come in the female external genitalia, but clitoris is finger-like structure. Corpus luteum, corpus luteum will form after the rupturing of Graafian follicle. Zona pellucida, it is the membrane on ovum. So based on that, you have to give the answer. So 157, the answer will be here. It is given 1 will be 3, 2 will be 4, C will be 1 and D will be 2. Fourth option will be the correct answer. Coming to 158. Male frogs can croak louder than the female because of vocal sacs. Frogs exhibit sexual dimorphism. Frogs belong to the amphibia, right? And they have sexual dimorphism. So what is sexual dimorphism? Means by morphology, we can distinguish between male and female. I mean, morphological characters will be there which can distinguish between male and female. So there are two extra morphology which will be there in the male frog, that by the help of that two morphology we can distinguish it between the male and female. What are those? First of all, it is the nuptial pad which is present at the first digit of their forelimbs. Forelimbs will have 4 digits, hind limb will have 5 digits. At the first digit of their forelimbs, there will be a pad-like structure which is called nuptial pad, and which will help in copulation, right? Which will help to hold the female frog during copulation. So male frog will have this, female frog will not have this. Second one, male frog will have vocal sacs. Actually, vocal cord can produce the sound which will be present in both male and female. So both can produce sound, means both can croak, but the croak of male frogs will be louder due to the presence of vocal sacs. It can resonate the sound which will be produced by the vocal cord. So that's why male frog resonates more, or the sound will be louder with respect to the female frogs. So here the answer will be statement 1 and 2, both are correct answer. So option 4th will be the correct answer. Coming to 159. What is the common between typhoid and pneumonia? Typhoid is caused by Salmonella typhi. Is it bacteria or virus? It is bacteria, right? Pneumonia is caused by two bacteria which is given in NCERT. Haemophilus influenza and Streptococcus pneumoniae. Both are bacteria. So here two diseases, typhoid and pneumonia, both are bacterial disease. So they are bacterial disease. First option will be the correct answer. Coming to all we know about the other name of thrombocyte. Thrombocyte is also called as platelets, right? Platelets, the answer will be 1. Answer will be option 1. Now in the comment section, you write two diseases, more specifically viral diseases in which platelet counts will decrease. Okay, and hint I will give that these two diseases are mosquito borne diseases, means mosquito will be acting as vector here. Okay, write down in the comment section. Coming to 161. IUDs are small objects made up of plastic or copper that are inserted in the uterine cavity. Definitely, yes, it is true. Which one of the following statements are correct about the IUDs? IUDs decrease phagocytosis. Is it decreasing? No. It will increase the phagocytic capacity of the uterine lining, so that whenever the sperm will enter, it can engulf the sperm, right? So it will increase the phagocytosis of sperm within the uterus. So first statement will not be the answer. The released copper ions suppress the sperm motility. Yes, it is true. IUDs make the cervix hostile to the sperm. Yes, it is true. IUDs suppress the fertilization capacity of sperm. Yes, it is true. Which IUDs? Copper releasing IUDs, right? Coming to fifth one, the IUDs require surgical intervention for their insertion in the uterine cavity. They don't need surgical intervention, but intervention by some trained professional is required, but it is not surgical intervention, right? There will be no surgery. Through the cervix, the implants will be placed in the uterus. So there is a mild treatment procedure or mild procedure, not the surgical one. So the answer will be 2, 3 and 4. First option will be the correct one. Coming to second 162. Transgenic plants are the ones generated by introducing foreign DNA into a cell and regenerating a plant from that cell, produced after protoplast fusion in artificial medium, grown in artificial medium after hybridization in the field, produced by somatic embryo in artificial medium. Actually, there are other terms which can define the 2, 3 and 4. Write in the comment section what are those terms called. I will give so the answer. the first option will be the answer. Actually, transgenic plants and animals are the product of recombinant DNA technology. When a foreign DNA will be introduced into the plants or animals, that plants or animals will be called as transgenic plants or transgenic animals. The answer will be first one, right? Coming to the 163. Here, look at. Sponges have body organization of cellular level. Is that true? Yes, it is true. Sponges belong to poriferans and nidarians. From nidarians or nidarians will have tissue level of organization, right? But sponges will have cellular level of organization. There is some physiological division of labor. Yes, it is, right? It is there. I mean, we know about the collar cells of sponges. The cells will work for different, for different purpose, like capture of prey, or sorry, not capture of prey, for respiration, for food gathering. This particular collar cells will work, but they will not organize to form a tissue. So that's why some physiological division of labor will be there. Sponges will have the body organization cellular level. So both the statements are correct, but it is not the correct explanation, because if there is physiological or true physiological division of labor, there will be formation of tissues, right? So that's why this one will be the correct answer, option 1. Adenosine deaminase deficiency can be permanently cured by which of the following method? So it is from the gene therapy. Gene therapy, we have learned about ADA deficiency, adenosine deaminase deficiency, and it can cause or it can lead to the disease which is called SCID, right? SCID, severe combined immunodeficiency. And that can be cured by different techniques, right? Or not cured, we can say that can be treated. So first one, bone marrow transplantation, enzyme replacement theory, the therapy, gene therapy at early embryonic stages. It is clearly given in the NCERT that the permanent cure is gene therapy at early embryonic stages, because at that stages the differentiation of cells were not fully done. So if we can do gene therapy at that stages, so whatever differentiation or differentiated cells will grow after that, it will have the correct gene, right? So that's why gene therapy at early embryonic stages will be the permanent cure. Coming to 165. 165. Now let's take a look. Here there are column matching or list matching. Guanine, definitely it is a purine. What are the purines? Adenine and guanine, right? So guanine is a purine. Anthocyanin, it is a secondary metabolite and it is a pigment, right? Cellulose, polysaccharide, it is a secondary metabolite. Codeine, it is a alkaloid. So all will come under secondary metabolite except guanine. So you can match according to that. 166. Which of the following statements are correct for innate immunity? Innate immunity, there are physical barriers, physiological barriers, cellular barriers, and cytokines. There are 4, right, in innate immunity. So in innate immunity, the options are given here. Bacteria entry through a break in the skin, right? Definitely, it will be the answer. Resident phagocytic cells engulf the bacteria. Yes, it will be the answer. Now remember that when the cell will do phagocytosis and it will remove the pathogen, that will come under the innate immunity. But if the cell will produce some antibodies, it will come under acquired immunity, right? So here, resident phagocytic cells engulf the bacteria will come under innate immunity. B cell stimulated? No. B and T cells will come under acquired immunity. Diapedesis allows new phagocytic leukocytes to invade the infected areas. That diapedesis will not come under innate immunity. So it is partially correct, we can say, because the phagocytic leukocytes they are talking about, but most appropriate answer will be 1 and 2. The answer will be second option. So again, I want to make you or I want to make a suggestion that when you are solving the question, you have to choose the most appropriate answer. Maybe there will be some partially correct or this kind of confusion will be there, but always you have to choose the most appropriate answer. Okay. 167, the part of the nephron impermeable to water. Now, they are talking about ascending and descending limb of Henle. Descending limb of Henle is permeable to water but impermeable to electrolytes. So that water will come out and the filtrate will become concentrated. But when it will go or the filtrate will go to the ascending limb of Henle, the filtrate will become diluted. Why? Because that part is impermeable to water and permeable to electrolytes. So the answer will be ascending limb of Henle. Answer will be third option. Okay, coming to 168. When a particular restriction enzyme cuts strand of DNA, overhanging stretches or sticky ends formed. Some restriction enzyme cut the strand of the DNA from the center of palindromic sites. Both the statements are correct. We know about EcoR1, right? So EcoR1, what is the site? GATTC, right? GAATTC. CTTAAG. So the cutting site will be here. Right? So when there will be cutting site, sticky ends will be produced or overhanging end will be produced. But some enzymes are there, restriction enzyme like SMA1, SMA1. They can cut the site at the middle to make two blunt ends. Okay. So both the statements are correct. Statement 1 and statement 2 are correct. Thymus in mammals is mainly concerned with what? Immunological functions. We know that thymus gland, which is present on the ventral side of aorta, it will help to or for the maturation of the T lymphocytes, right? Maturation means actually T lymphocytes will be generated from bone marrow, but when it will come to the thymus, it will become differentiated and it will become antigen sensitive, so that when it will go to the secondary lymphoid organ, it can interact with the antigen. So the answer will be immunological functions. Okay, so there will be so many questions, but we have some time limit. So whenever you are feeling tired, again I am saying, you do some question answer, and as revision is going on, whatever chapter you are revising, definitely you should do some question and answer, so that the theory will be revised in your mind and you will have the perception towards the question, what type of question you are addressing. That is also very important. Okay, so if you like, if you follow my channel, you will get such kind of videos, and I hope you enjoy the video. Please like, subscribe and share, and watch my video for new topics and new question and answer. Okay, thank you once again, and hope you will do well. Thank you.